First, I want to thank the board for their decision and their vote to make all of our schools ADA compliant. It has been a long time coming and it's way past time. I was disheartened when I heard some of the dialogue during that conversation.
I do believe that we do need to have handicapped accessible restrooms. However, I'm still questioning elevators in all 4 elementary schools when we do have elevators or at least handicapped accessibility in 2 of our elementary schools, and we can transport kids. And if we have a teacher who, again, is unable to, go steps on a regular basis, then that teacher can be transferred. I can tell you that I had an injury once and I went up and down steps for a 12-week period, without elevators. And so I just can't support the elevators. I can support the rest of it.
That only some of the schools needed to be made ADA compliant. I can't imagine you looking at any child, whether they have braces on their legs or crutches or a wheelchair, and saying to them, too bad you can't go to your neighborhood school with your friends or maybe even your siblings, because we have to ship you off someplace else because you're differently abled. I can't imagine looking at a teacher who had an automobile accident and is now physically impaired, or maybe they got the worst medical diagnosis of their life, and now they're no longer able to do steps. Are you going to shuffle that teacher off to another school and tell her, yeah, we know you got a bad deal with your accident or your diagnosis, but we're going to make matters worse, and we're going to take away your job and your community at work? Sometimes a work family is people that you spend more time with than any other. So I was very disheartened by that whole conversation. These are kids, these are educators, these are not chess pieces to be shuffled around at will. Now, I will say that if the monetary issue was the most important thing, I appreciate the fact that you're concerned about our tax dollars. And I wish you would have had the same level of consideration before we started this Pappas demotion fiasco, because this is costing us a fortune, not just in money, but in integrity. I stood right here several months ago when this whole thing started, before there was ever a hearing, before there was ever a meeting, and asked you to do the right thing, and told you the can of worms that you were opening, and the secrets that would be revealed, and the skeletons that would dance out of the closet. And I'm here right now to say I told you so, because that's exactly what happened during those hearings. And there are people sitting right in this room right now that should be fired based on what we heard in those hearings. The justification is there. I'm asking you to reinstate Mr. Pappas tonight, to make the vote tonight. You don't have to drag this out. You have the authority to correct this problem right now, just like you've had the authority to do so all along. We never had to get here. We never had to have all this harm come to this community, to this district, to these students, to these educators. None of this had to happen. Let your ego down. Put this in its right perspective. Do the right thing. Correct the mistake you made months ago. Thank you.
Thank you.